It looks an awful lot like Mojang just killed a pillager and drank the bottle that came out of it, because Katie Scott announced on LinkedIn that she'd be joining Mojang as the head of Minecraft Vanilla, and on the exact same platform she said that her role at Ubisoft was to have ambitious retention and monetization in their games, while also working at EA and on Gears of War to add, note, live service and monetization features. This is something that concerns many in the Minecraft community that have watched the game become increasingly filled with microtransactions and screens like this one that have showed up, and today I want to talk about all of this in the one big place of Minecraft's weird dark patterns, because is Minecraft Bedrock becoming the Marketplace edition, and is Java safe from that? Let's talk about this in 4 main parts today, and let's start with the first one, because by the way, you can, oh no, watch out, actually, oh no, there is a fire, look at it, it is so scary over there, what am I going to do about it? But thankfully, this video is brought to you by your local fire department. Many people believe because they have one of these big red cylinders that they are entirely safe, but they are wrong and stupid for feeling that way, because instead what you need to do is get your hands on one of these. This is the IBX Toycat Founders Edition collectible card that comes with a delightful sleeve that keeps it safe from the elements while also allowing you to display it in a fun way of your choosing. It's currently available for just the next week only over on creocards.com/IBXToycat, and if there is a fire you need to put out, don't worry about it, because this and the subscription to IBX Toycat will render the fire entirely mute and worthless. It can't burn down your stuff if you don't give it permission to, and so make sure to go to creocards.com/IBXToycat and get your hands on one of these as soon as possible. Speaking of as soon as possible, I think we need to talk about the big elephant in the room, or rather, the monetization in the room. Because the obvious question to ask after learning about a new hire with a history like this is the new head of Vanilla going to ruin Minecraft? And wow, that's the title of our first chapter, so let's get right into it. This is a bad sign because, no matter what you think about EA and Ubisoft being in her past trajectory, the fact that she brags and talks very loudly about the fact that she's improved the retention and monetization in all of those games means that when Mojang were making their hiring decision, they specifically picked someone who had been very good at monetization. This makes it very unlikely that going forward, Mojang is looking to roll back monetization. You know, the big red button telling you to play servers, or the big fancy Minecraft Marketplace button are unlikely to go away, because if they were looking for someone to fulfill that role, they would have looked for someone who had worked on the best titles of the generation, but instead they've hired someone who has worked at senior game designing and who has worked on various game design levels, specifically to deliver features that revolve around monetization. However, lots of people then jump to the fact that 1.26 or 26.1, I guess as we'll call it, will then be the end update and it's going to be behind a paywall and they're going to charge you to use it, but this is very unlikely, because even though the head of Vanilla Minecraft sounds a lot like it is Lady Agnes's position, actually that is not. The main game and the direction of it is still being done by Agnes Larson, who is Minecraft's Vanilla Game Director, and yes, there is a Vanilla Game Director and a head of Vanilla Minecraft. They are separate roles, and although the last person said they worked as a team to set the vision and strategy, anything to do with the base game itself and the updates for that are still going to be decided by Lady Agnes, by someone who loves survival, talks about long-term survival all the time, and who I think, if you believe in the person of the corporation, clearly is someone who is going to make the game great. And so ultimately, the only thing you should worry about is the fact that the person who Katie Scott is replacing, Ingela Garnage, if I'm pronouncing that correct, was the person who ruled out Minecraft 2, was the person who believed that Minecraft's age and technology were its biggest challenges, and also who stated there was no plan for Minecraft to go free to play or take advantage of generative AI technology. I think this means the biggest concerns you can have about the new person in this role, therefore, is that some of those old stances might be reversed. I mean, maybe Minecraft will go free to play in exchange for more aggressive monetization. Maybe they will start taking advantage of generative AI. Why have a marketplace when you can just use AI to make skins, for example? And indeed, maybe all sorts of other goals like Minecraft 2.0 won't be ruled out anymore. But ultimately, the way I would see it is, even though it's scary to look at the job history of Katie Scott and say that, ooh, she does exclusively microtransactions, I would try and make the counterpoint that actually this is someone who clearly has worked their way up, who has shipped lots of major successful titles, and yes, EA and Ubisoft and even the Gears of War people really wanted her to improve monetization, but it's the fact that she delivered on that got her hired, not on those specific things themselves. And so as long as Mojang hired a new person, and like they hire all new people, with the assumption of let's make the best game possible, rather than with the assumption of let's make as many people pay as possible, then hopefully Minecraft should be safe. This is something we will obviously have to wait and see, because we are starting to, you might have seen a viral post over this last little time about Minecraft having this new pop-up in Bedrock. To be clear, this is something that posted on r/Minecraft, got 24,000 upvotes, and then kind of took on a life of its own across other social media and even the gaming subreddit on Reddit. It is someone taking a screenshot of their monitor saying 1 is the loneliest number, and then telling you that you should play with friends because you don't want to be a sad wandering trader, and you can hit this invite friends button right here. Now, what's interesting about this is I haven't seen anyone else share this besides the original poster, so it could be someone who edited their game to make this kind of funny. It is possible because you can see there's a mouse in the screenshot, so this could be someone who's just played around on their PC to make fun of what Mojang could be, but this sure certainly looks like a dark pattern in Minecraft. In fact, when we talk about monetization being concerning, I think that it wouldn't actually matter to most people if Minecraft improved the amount of monetization options they had, because they're not going to actually buy into them. But the reason that I think it's really concerning is that Minecraft is improving the number of UI design patterns that are called dark patterns. So Microsoft as a company are famous for this. I mean, look at your two options for buying a Microsoft Word subscription when you load up the PC for the first time. It's no and remind me later. This is a fake decision architecture, and it's what you use on children. Do you want a bath now or later? And so why has it ended up so deep in Minecraft? Well, the answer is because it's profitable. Rather than saying to people, hey, there's a marketplace, then you could check it out on the main menu screen, which is already a big option by itself, they say, hey, look how cool the marketplace is. There's something brand new you haven't seen inside of it. Here is an animated button that is even bigger than a button needs to be, by the way. Look at the size of this. There's a giant button that changes when you hover over it to encourage you to look at it. The same is true for this red little button right here. Minecraft has changed the decision making in the game to make sure that you see their stuff as often as possible. Because if you click on the button hoping to see Stranger Things, you might see it in big, but also you'll see some brand new things. And there's a sale going on. Wow, better check this stuff out as soon as possible. This is what many people would describe as a dark pattern by itself, but I think it gets much worse when we look at the rest of the game, because sure, I think the invite friends button thing is likely fake, but what isn't fake is what happens when you hit play game. Immediately you're met with this screen right here, where if you go to create new world, as I'm going to choose to do right now, instead of creating a world, the thing I just asked it to do, the create new world button hides up here while it tells me about things I've got to pay. This is the most ridiculous accepted thing on Bedrock. In fact, I think this is something that anyone on their right mind working on Bedrock should be against, personally. Yeah, I think that this is absolutely insane. No, I hit create new world. I didn't hit create from template. Make that an option if you want me to hit it. Don't put it on the way to where I'm going. That is so crazy, and it's just accepted, and I don't talk about it enough, because that is an example of how, oh yeah, we gave Minecraft an inch. We said the marketplace button is fine. We gave them an extra inch and said, oh yeah, you can make it more colorful, and now they've taken the inch over here of, oh, every time you want to look into a world, this is going to be there. They've taken the inch of, if you go to any settings or any button anywhere, instead of just going to your dressing room to change your cape, you can also buy some featured skins for that cape to go on. Every part of Minecraft is slowly increasing the number of options that get you to a payment, because some number of people are going to a payment through that. That's why there's a big play now button here. Minecraft is using design tools that don't aim to make the game as good as possible, but instead aim to make it as, well, I mean, how do we say this politely, right? They're using this as a way to make sure that Minecraft is as monetizable as possible, something that I worry will increase under new leadership. Speaking of increasing under new leadership, I think that instead of utilizing dark patterns, as we're seeing them use basically everywhere, you can, again, it's hard to find places where this isn't true. You know, the way that your character breaks, or the way that, ooh, look at this right here. ST, what does that even stand for? I don't even know, but I'd better go check it out and make some microtransactions. You know, when we're talking about the way that this architecture is built so that you will buy the most possible, I mean, like, this is the great deal. This is popular. Why would I ever buy fewer Minecoins than this? Am I an idiot? Do I want to lose money? Is this even that much worse, better of a deal? It's not. Anyway, the interesting thing here, let's change our skin to Grimace. Every time I talk about microtransactions, I think we have to do it through the lens of Grimace. I think that Minecraft should utilize light patterns instead. You know, if we believe in the idea that there is dark patterns of Minecraft changing the architecture to make our experience more microtransaction-y, I think that they should take more advantage of using us to get to their goals in a way that benefits the end user. So create new world being further away doesn't benefit anyone unless you you were going to pay for something and forgot about it until you got to this screen, and that is such a ridiculously niche application, I don't believe it exists. However, the brand new social button, where I can click on here and I can see someone's playing, and then I can join their world right away. It's actually on invite only, it looks like. And then I can join their worlds right away. Really, really handy. Being able to click on their profiles and see like how long they've played right away. We can compare our stats. These are handy features that make me want to play more Minecraft. Yeah, I've got to make sure I keep ahead of this guy. Art Gunslinger is catching up on my time in Minecraft, it seems. This is something that is actually a light pattern. And yeah, if they want us to play more Minecraft, that's great. The same is true for screenshots. You might notice on anyone's profile, here is Zach's profile. Look at this beautiful little screenshot. Look at HackerOneMC right here. He's got his big Minecraft build right out here in the center. He's got a showcase gallery of all of these screenshots. This is a way to encourage me to play more Minecraft. Oh, look, it's the Manga Cube. We spoke about this on stream recently. This is a way to encourage people to play more Minecraft, and it's such a simple feature that makes sharing your creations easier. Now, when I go into my brand new world, this isn't a brand new world, it's from Seed Sunday, but when I go into a world that has something in it, I can share that so much easier, and this is Minecraft making the game better for everyone, and some of those people will then go on to enjoy the, the benefits to Mojang. If I take a screenshot of this, which I think it's F2, there we go, look at that. A single key press, and now I can view this in my gallery. Wait, actually, if I'm gonna look at this, it should be like this. That's a beautiful screenshot we just took. But the fact that that works so easily, even easier than Java because you can share it inside of the game, is an example of Minecraft making the game better, and making the game better in a way that is actually useful for the end user, and then it might benefit Mojang as well. Whereas the marketplace button being bigger and brighter doesn't benefit you unless you forgot it exists. MobMaze telling you to play now, even after you've played it now, aggressively all of the time, doesn't benefit you unless you forgot it existed. Whereas having a screenshot button, having a multiplayer, are examples of light patterns because they make Minecraft better. This is something that I think is important, and I think that anyone working in monetization should know. The biggest increase in sales for the marketplace didn't occur because they messed around with the button or made it so you could buy skin packs on this screen right here. That's tinkering around the edges and annoying everyday customers. The way you improved the marketplace for a large number of people is add-ons. If I'm being honest, it's not my forte. I wouldn't use the realistic trains add-on, probably, but the fact that there are add-ons that allow you to add trains to your world, like mods, in one click that function with every other add-on on the marketplace is really appealing and massively increased the sales on the marketplace. I mean, I assume based on how much they're pushing them and how many marketplace creators have switched exclusively to making add-ons. So as a result, this is the sort of thing they should be doing more of. Improve the experience for the end user, rather than cluttering it because 1% of people will buy more. This is the same for the realm screen. Don't call people lonely wandering traders, even though I'm fairly sure this is fake. Instead, you should work on making the experience so good that you want to play multiplayer. Okay, so here is a really interesting topic that I think that Minecraft's new head of vanilla and everyone else in the leadership team has to consider. Have we reached peak Minecraft? Something interesting started happening recently where if you search up Minecraft sales by year, the numbers start to get really unreliable as of about a few years ago. You see, after the huge COVID boom in sales of Minecraft, the number of sales per year presumably went down because, as we can see, Minecraft stopped bragging about them and sharing them with the world, and this is something that likely has the company worrying. You see, number needs to always go up. This is the rule of all public companies, and for good reason. And so, are we at peak Minecraft? It's something that I think is really worth wondering about, because what is the way past peak Minecraft? Is it just to monetize the existing audience better, in which case hire someone who's good at that? Or is the way to make the existing audience, to play with more friends, multiplayer like we're seeing? Or is there some way to push past that and make the game bigger and better? This could be what the new project is all about, and ultimately, it's something that makes me think, like, even though people think we have it bad right now, even though people think that we've reached the point of being that old April Fool's image where you had to unlock keys and chests just to play the game, I think that things could have been far worse, and I wanted to express this chapter in a way that's a bit more, expressive than just words could do, and so I made this. You and I in a little brick house together, we're glad that it's not owned by a mouse. Blaze it till the crack of dawn, worried of what this title will spawn. The truth is that it's kind of hard to share a message that's more than one word. The way we see the world is grand, but yet I'll have to share my hand. "99 ways it could have gone, even though just one of them won. Ultimately, Minecraft is fire, but new owner they did do hire. They could have sold out to EA, and then we'd have Minecraft Wednesday. Minecraft read Ubisoft did I, but thankfully that I did die." "99 is my ice cream. Sony buying is not my dream. Imagine the game a PS exclusive. That makes me feel kind of reclusive. Disney could have bought it too. I'm sure that would also be poo. Nintendo love the idea too, but I also think that is not for you." "99 ways it could have gone, in every one a red button." I guess what I'm trying to say here is that it could have been much worse, I fear, if I could find a souvenir just to prove that we're kind of cool here. And here it is, a red button. I think of it and let it go. I know that people hate it when you say, wow, things could be worse. But like, this is really true when it comes to Mojang. Think about how any of the other companies who could have bought it would have done things, and think about just how mild the marketplace is by comparison to all of the other live service monetization options. And I think this leaves us with just one last place to end this video. This is an important one, and I think that my answer, to put it simply, is make Minecraft a game with a good reputation. If you want Minecraft to be successful, you don't become successful by nudging people to buy microtransactions at their own expense and making them have a worse experience so they want to play the game less and share it with their friends less, but you want to make Minecraft a game that people will love and that people revere and that people will always come back to. Every single dink that Minecraft takes to its reputation doesn't harm the sales right now. People will still buy just as many add-ons, I'm sure, but it will harm the long-term effects of the game. It will harm the long-term reputation of the game, and I think that if you are looking to make Minecraft a game that lasts for 50 years, or a game that can truly last forever without a sequel, then you need to do so in a way that doesn't ruin the experience and that doesn't ruin the love the game has. Because ultimately, even if you sell slightly fewer copies, even if you might have slightly fewer microtransactions happening each year, I think that having a brand as big as Minecraft pays for itself just in the co-brand deals and the theme parks and everything else, and it means that when there is a brand new Minecraft game, as we know they are working on, more people are likely to play it. If the goal for Minecraft is to improve the monetization and make it a live service, leave that for the successor games and leave that for a game that can deal with the reputational hit, because dealing damage to your trillion-dollar franchise, or, yeah, let's be honest, $100 billion franchise, just because you want to make a few more $100 million now is not smart business, and I hope that everyone in the chain of command at Minecraft really appreciates that. But that's just my opinion, of course. Maybe actually it is really smart to damage your $100 billion brand so you can make a few $100 million right now. I'm not a CEO of Minecraft, and either are you. But what do you think? Let me know down below. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and indeed my beautiful song, because I'll see you in the next one, unless you've done something wrong. Goodbye.